I've been traded back to this podcast for Bob Wiley, so hey, win-win. Couple of big blokes.
Did they see the last episode?
They must have.
If they, we traded him away in the last episode.
I was gone.
We traded him away.
Yeah, where'd I end up?
CBS.
Oh.
But then we got you back.
Yeah.
But you actually went there and you didn't pass the physical.
Shocking, I know.
He didn't pass the physical for CBS, so we had to bring him back to the Fantasy Footballers Down Under. They also really didn't like his accent. He walked in there and he's like, mate.
And they're like, nah.
Send him back. Send him back down under. Today,
glad to be back. And is it a great episode we have lined up?
Guess what?
What?
It is only, because this episode will be coming out on Wednesday. There is football in 2 days. 2 days will be Green Bay versus Chicago.
Oh, I cannot wait.
I am so excited for that game. Do you have anyone in that game? Today we're going to go through our lineups.
I don't. Yeah, this is where we prove.
Our big league, the Faded League. This is where we prove...
Insert photo of the draft board here.
Our relevance. I can't be editing a photo in.
Oh, mate.
Really can't be editing.
Okay, just know it looks really good.
It was not bad.
We have the top 2 teams in the league.
Shout out to Fantasy Jocks. They are the boys hooking it up, even though we have to pay $1 million. But this isn't sponsored. No. Fantasy Jocks, if you want to sponsor us, send us some free merch. We will happily show it to all our viewers.
Let it be known, I use the stubby holder, the beer cooler.
No, they call it a koozie.
Beer koozie.
It's not... What's a koozie? What's a koozie, guys? Come on, sort that out.
Are you naming it after the point guard for the Celtics? No. I've used that all day today. I put the water in it. I put the gym stuff in it. I put the beer in it.
Nice.
The hot dog.
So we had our big draft day on Saturday. Today we'll be going through our teams, telling you where we did well, where we went wrong. We did our draft the day before Cut Saturday, so it was brutal the next day. Half the players on half the teams just were not good picks. We should do our draft after Cut Saturday.
Oh, but it would take away the fun of waking up and realising
half your players are gone.
Yeah.
So today we'll be going through our teams. We'll be telling you guys where we did well, where we could have improved, and giving you some last-minute advice going into Friday's game. Anyone that you should probably scoop up off the waivers, anything like that. And then next week, there will be some seriously good recap shows based on week 1. I am so keen for football.
I have committed the cardinal sin in fantasy football.
Yes.
My quarterback plays my defense this week. It's the Panthers against the Rams. So that'll give you a clue as to who I have.
Okay, so...
are we going to do team by team, or are we going to go position by position? What would you like to do?
We will go...
Let's go team by team. I think it makes more sense.
You reckon?
I think so, because then we can talk about your team for a bit, any of the interesting things.
How about we go your quarterback? We'll talk about it. Then we'll do my quarterback. We'll talk about it. Then we'll go your running backs.
Okay, cool.
So, we'll start with you. Why not?
Okay.
Who do you have at quarterback this year in fantasy football?
The only quarterback I have on my team this year is Cam Newton.
Booty scooting Cam Newton. Where did you draft him?
Picked him up in the 9th round this year.
The 9th?
The 9th. The 9th. I was surprised. I was sweating a little bit because I was picking from the pick 1. So, started the 8th. Crept back. I'm sweating bullets because I was being sniped. But I got him at the 9th. So I'm happy.
But you made the Cardinals sin. You picked up a quarterback that's playing the defense you picked up. Surely you don't leave that the way it is for week 1.
No, I'm looking at some options at defense right now, but the Rams defense are pretty... it's tough.
I don't think you can't do that.
No, I can't.
You can't be doing that.
Look, this is it's not even week 1. I'm tilting already.
Okay.
It's horrible.
Cam Newton, good pickup. Going to have score points with the legs. Yep. Good late round quarterback.
The shoulders fixed. We're good to go.
His legs still aren't going to be as good as the legs of my quarterback.
And you got?
Lamar Jackson.
You're that guy.
Lamar Jackson in the 13th round.
You are taking that punt.
I don't care. It's basically having another running back on the field. Lamar Jackson is going to dominate this year, especially with the legs. Who knows? He might throw some touchdowns too. Who knows? That's a little bit of... The legs are good enough upside.
Yep.
The arm
is just a bonus.
Anyway, your running backs. Who have you got?
All right. So obviously I picked from the 1. So it's Saquon Barkley.
No need to comment on that.
No. Josh Jacobs.
You did take him in the 2nd round, which is... it's a little early, but hey.
I had a strategy.
If you want a boy, go get him.
That's it. From doing all the mock drafts we were doing, the running backs between the 4th and the 7th and the 8th rounds were just not there.
You didn't want them.
So I thought I'll lock up 2 at the start and then we'll just get some receivers afterwards. So yep, got Barkley, Jacobs, AP, Adrian Peterson. He was a bit of a late round flyer. I'm going...
See what happens.
Especially with Geis, the knee. I don't want it to happen to him, but it could happen.
See what happens.
And in the penultimate round, round 15, a bloke by the name of Devin Singletary.
Devin Singletary. Now the starter.
Essentially. Yeah.
Essentially the starter.
Yeah.
In Buffalo.
So
Shady McCoy gone.
Let it be known, I did draft him before McCoy
You did.
was cut.
You did.
So it was hopeful.
If McCoy had been cut, you wouldn't have been getting him that late.
No.
And that's all you have running back, isn't it?
That's it. I have 4 to start.
Well, are they going to be as good as mine? My running backs. So I was that guy in the 4th round. You'll see soon. I went receiver.
That's bold.
And then in the 4th round,
I got
Melvin Gordon. Hoping that he will eventually come back. I also handcuffed him with Austin Eckler because at least then I've got someone to start.
Yep.
And Eckler was just dropping in our draft. I think I got him double-digit rounds.
And for you, Melvin Gordon's looking for a trade.
Who knows? If Melvin Gordon ends up somewhere else, then I've got Eckler and Gordon starting.
It's a win-win. Anyone else on your team?
I have Shady McCoy, who unfortunately is now playing for the Kansas City Chiefs and is basically irrelevant.
What are you going to do with him?
I'll stash him and see what happens. I also have Miles Sanders, who I've got sitting on my bench, but by week 3, 4, when Jordan Howard shows him how bad he is, Miles Sanders is going to be a superstar. And I also have Tevin Coleman at running back.
Good choice.
Who I will be starting. I think Coleman becomes a monster now that McKinnon's on IR. He's a guy that I never thought I would draft all off-season, but it got to the draft day and he was there in the 6th round and I just had to scoop him up.
Yeah, if I'm honest, draft day was a big tilt day.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Who do you reckon had the most tilts for the day in our league?
I'm not sure. Probably Bevan.
Probably Bevan?
Yeah.
Where his
team's not the best. I think he ended up drafting a kicker in like the 7th round.
Yeah.
Anyway, your wide receivers.
All right. So from rounds 3 through to 9, 6 out of 7 picks were receivers.
Ooh.
I went wide receiver heavy. I don't know if I like it. I'm still looking at my team. I'm trying to work out if I've done the right thing. So we'll see. First receiver off the board, Julian Edelman. Edelman.
Okay.
At the start of the 3rd.
Okay.
Followed him up with Tyler Boyd. Followed him up with Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Then Marvin Jones.
All right.
Sterling Shepard.
Okay.
Kenny Stills.
Okay.
Marquise Lee.
Ooh.
And Deshaun Hamilton.
Okay, so you've pretty much got some relevant, consistent mid-round receivers, a late-round flyer. You don't have any stud muffins, though.
Which is what I'm a little worried about. Looking at other teams.
No stud muffins, which, when you go to my receivers, now there's some stud muffins.
Can't be that many.
So at receiver...
Yeah, it's just remembering 3 of your first 4 picks were receivers.
I got Julio Jones with the 1st round pick.
Mm-hmm.
I then have Juju Smith-Schuster. I then got Robert Woods. So I'm starting the draft with Julio, Juju, and Robert Woods.
Would hate to be playing you week 1. That would be a horrible thing.
I then follow that up with some depth with Larry Fitzgerald, who's going to be consistent.
He will.
Geronimo Allison playing the slot in Green Bay. Going to be consistent from the slot. Aaron Rodgers loves the slot receiver. And I also capped it off with Marquise Goodwin. Little guy to stash on the bench.
Who's essentially the number 1 receiver in the Bay.
I think he's the 2. Dante Pettis is not shining. However, last year Marquise Goodwin and Jimmy Garoppolo, they loved each other. Goodwin was just injured the whole year. So Goodwin's a great guy to scoop up late, just sitting there on my bench. Okay, who you got? Tight end,
I left it late. Regret leaving it late as I watched a couple of selfish people in our league take 2 tight ends.
Which we can play in our league.
Yeah, which we can.
We do have
so
a big super flex, so we can play 2 tight ends.
Let it be known, I got sniped in round 7. I wanted Hunter Henry.
By the way, it just started pissing with rain here, if you can hear that.
He was taking the pick before, so I had to settle for Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
Of the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm really hoping your quarterback takes a shine into my tight end.
Well, Mark Andrews is good, like a quarterback that can be good. However, unlike tight end, sorry. However, I went a bit later than you, but went with a guy who I think has an extreme amount of upside for how late I got him, and that is Jordan Reed.
Mr. Concussion.
Loves a concussion.
Actually, I think he got one a week ago.
When he plays, Loves to catch a ball.
Just
loves to catch a touchdown.
face him in the right direction, tell him go that way, because he won't remember anything else for the game.
Correct.
But I agree with you. He was someone I was weighing up, but I just can't take because he's a very injury-prone player. I just can't. I wasn't comfortable taking the risk, especially with the way my team looks at the moment. It's too risky as it is.
Now, why don't you just go through your last three? Kicker, defense, and IDP. We do IDP, so it doesn't really make a difference.
I'll preface this by saying that there were people in our league who took 2 IDPs.
Yeah, some of the people in our league are a little interested.
To be selfish, it was funny watching it happen, though.
It was funny watching it happen, but don't ever do that.
No, I'll go through this, so I'll just combine the 3. My defense is the Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams. Playing your quarterback in week 1 like we
I'm not quarterback, so I'm really hoping that...
You probably drop them.
Yeah, I probably will. My kicker, I don't have one.
Yep.
Because I like to leave it to the night before.
Although I don't think you can this year, so you'll have to pick one up in the middle of the week.
Yeah. And my IDP, Joey Bosa.
Joey Bosa.
Had him 2 years ago.
Loved him.
Dude was a freak.
Bulk sacks.
Coming off an injury, he's coming back strong. So
Bulk.
I'm looking Bosa's way. What about yourself?
Myself. Well, I have got no kicker.
Who needs
Because
it?
who drafts a kicker at the draft?
Nah.
I then drafted the Philadelphia Eagles defense purely because they're playing Washington in that dumpster fire week 1.
Fletcher Cox going to go.
And I really wanted the Cowboys defense, but I didn't get him, so I took the next best thing and grabbed Leighton Van Der Esch
That's a good pick.
for all those tackles.
That's a good pick.
So those are our teams. Please let us know down below who won. I think I beat you. You think you beat me.
Kind of.
So, we'll
I think
see.
if projections are anything to go by, oh boy.
We're projected very close.
Hang on, I'll read you the email projection I got.
No, like actual score projection for week 1.
No, too close. I'm projected 117.45 points.
And I'm projected...
That's with no kicker.
And I'm projected 116.99 with no kicker. So we're within 0.5 of each other.
And if I'm honest, across the board, very close.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good matchup week 1. Other players to look out for on your waivers going into week 1 if you haven't picked them up yet. Carlos Hyde.
Yep.
I don't know what's going to... Actually, I'm not going to say what to do with the San Diego backfield because it's Sunday here. And by the time this video comes out on Wednesday, who the hell knows what happened to Melvin Gordon. Just make sure you go to your waiver wire. Make sure all of the players that are going to have any fantasy relevance at all, especially players that are going to be thrust into a starting role if players get injured, but they have a role even if the player doesn't. Players like CJ Anderson, who will play alongside Kerryon Johnson. And then if Kerryon Johnson gets injured, he has a bigger role. Those are the sort of players you need to pick up. That's why Carlos Hyde should be picked up. He will have a role in Houston, even with Duke Johnson there. Go to the waivers, check out all those players. Even maybe some leagues, maybe you'll have players like Matt Breida that didn't get drafted. I know some leagues just heavy focus wide receivers.
Yeah. Which I think ours was. We looked at like the first 4 or 5 rounds. There's about 25 wide receivers off the board. It
was crazy. So make sure you go do that. Let us know down below who won our draft. It was a good day. Leave a like.
Yep, subscribe.
Fantasy Football's Down Under. Justin's back. We traded him back from CBS.
Can't wait to play out the season. Please don't treat me like LaShawn McCoy and say I'm going to stay here for good. And I'll be gone next week.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one. We out.